Hello everyone, I welcome you all to another episode of Know Your Alumni Season 3. Today we have with us Rijul Chaturvedi sir, who has completed his M.Tech from NIFTEM in Operations Management in the year 2019 and is now pursuing his Ph.D. at NITIE Mumbai. Hello sir, how are you doing?
Thank you, niftemnetwork and the whole team of AN. And I'm very much glad that you reached me and there's a conversation between NIFTEM network and me, and I'm very much glad about that. First of all, thank you, welcome for inviting me in this session.
Sir, from being a mechanical engineer guy initially and from now doing Ph.D. at NITIE Mumbai, tell us about your journey.
So I started my journey by completing my B.Tech from mechanical, as you said, and it was from a regional college in Jaipur. I belong to Jaipur itself. So the interest of a mechanical student is either in the industrial mechanical operations, or he is wanting to pursuing higher education. So my interest was in higher education because I always wanted to become a professor. There was a slight inclination towards the academic area, and that's why I found myself very much interested towards research and higher educations. So if I talk about mechanical subjects, I love the operations management. It is part of mechanical curriculum, and I enjoyed solving operation research problems and operation management problems. And that's why I chose to do M.Tech in operations management. I cleared GATE examinations in mechanical engineering, and then in 2017, and I then gave interviews in different institutions like IIT Bombay, IIT Roorkee, IIT BHU, and NITIE, and not NITIE, but NIFTEM, and different institutes like that.
Sir, as we talked about NITIE is basically a top management school and is a dream college for many students. Tell us the path through which a student can reach such prestigious institutes.
So, let me tell you here, when I was in the phase of internship in NIFTEM, so that was the time where, I had to choose there were two ways in front of me. Either I would be doing a research project in the industrial environment, or I would be, I could do, normal industrial training that everybody else does in M.Tech program. So there only I decided to do an internship in an academic settings, right? And this was the suggestion by my mother. I had a discussion with my mother because I always wanted to, go into the academic field. And she said that you should complete your internship in an academic background. You should try to, see opportunities in IIMs, IITs, whether they are, provide internships for students for their research development. So I tried for getting into any internship program in IITs, IIMs, and I found one program in IIM Indore that was academic associate position. So it was very interesting to get in an IIM campus for me. It was very much interesting for me. So what I thought was I'd be doing internship in IIM Indore as an academic associate, and I would develop myself as a researcher so that it could help me to get a PhD admission. Now, when I, gave the interview in IIM Indore, I was selected, obviously, in operations management department. But there was no scope for doing internship from this kind of program from NIFTEM. So NIFTEM, did not allow me, I think, to pursue my intern like this. So the curriculum was in such a manner that they only wanted an industrial training, right? So that was a hurdle for me, and then even after having the joining letter in my hands, I could not join time I am Indore. So I pursued my I would say training or industrial training from dairy plant in Jaipur only. So I pursued my industrial training from dairy plant, and there I found some research opportunities because I always had wanted to pursue a research project in the industrial training. So I talked to the operations department head there in the dairy plant, and he did have they did not supported me. They only said that you are here as an intern and you please do the work that has been given to you. So then I went to the marketing head of the dairy plant and I said, can you give me a problem that I can solve because I love the research methodology part, and in NIFTEM there was a coursework research methodology, and I love solving research problems. And then I said to the marketing head of dairy plant in Jaipur, please give me one problem that I can solve. He gave me a research problem with his experience, and I applied some research methods into it, and I developed a research project out of it, and I presented that in my curriculum. So that was 6 months training, imbibed with the research project, so that it can give me strength when I'm sitting in front of the interview panel. So and in the next, so we had 1 year in M.Tech program. In 1 year, you have 6 months training and 6 months a research project. So I've already done a research project for dairy plant. Now I have 6 months left to complete a research project in NIFTEM. I again, took another topic of research and pursued that project. And I completed that research project too.
So tell us about your ongoing research work at NITIE and the coursework they are offering.
Okay. So, whenever you get, into a Ph.D. program, it is very much necessary to know about your area as well as to know about the research programs, research methodology. So the coursework is divided into 2 parts. Your personal area like marketing. So my area was marketing, and there were courses like marketing management, principles of marketing, or digital marketing, and I had to choose from these courses. And if I talk about research areas, then there were courses like academic writing, there were courses like research methodology, data analytics, data science. So a mixture of these courses are you have to select by your own. Some of the courses are compulsory, and some of them you can choose by your own as of your interest. So this is the type of courses that they offer.
Sir, as we talked about research, please guide us throughout the procedure through which a student can get his or her research papers published.
Publishing your paper is a journey starting from doing a literature review. Then you collect data, you make your research problem, then you collect data, analyze it, then you frame the whole work in a research paper in I think 30 pages or so. So it requires a lot of observation that you do from other research papers. So whatever journal you are targeting, so for example, if you are targeting Journal of Business Research and you want that your paper should be published in Journal of Business Research, so you need to get an understanding how people are writing in JBR, how they're starting with their introduction, what is the pattern of writing introduction in JBR, what is the pattern of presenting research methodology in JBR. So lot of reading, lot of observation gives you some a sense that how you can develop your own paper in a manner that it could be accepted in the Journal of Business Research. So there are 3 steps. First, you write your paper, then you find it according to the journal which you are sending it, and then again you send to the editor, and then you work on the review that you got from the reviewer. So that is the process for publishing or writing a paper. This is just, but you need to do a lot of things.
So students generally believe that they should do their masters in the same domain as of their bachelors, but you did your B.Tech in mechanical engineering and later on chose NIFTEM for doing your M.Tech, which is a food tech college. So your reason behind this decision?
Yes. So first is, NIFTEM was the only college that I got admission into. So I didn't have an option while choosing. NIFTEM was only national institute which was offering me the tech program. First thing. Second is why I converted from me as an student from mechanical to food and operations management. And this is because mechanical has operations to his curriculum, and an operations guy is a mechanical one, because you operate the in any food industry, in any food factory, there are always the principles of mechanical engineering. For example, thermodynamics, fluid mechanics, machine engineering and all. So these all concepts are there. So I think it was not much hard for me to shift my career from mechanical engineering to a food plant operations management. We had very less subjects oriented towards core food technology. So we had only subjects of management like marketing, strategy, operations, and industrial engineering. These kind of subjects there in my course, and it was not very difficult to change my, shift my mindset from mechanical to FPO, I would say.
So please tell us about the opportunities that a student can grab after doing a PhD.
So there are a lot of future opportunities. I think PhD students should never think of lack of opportunities after completing a PhD. Because once you have completed a degree called PhD, you yourself have established yourself as an institute itself. You have completed a journey filled with lot of struggles and innovations and all the factors that is needed in any kind of job which exists. You have that those qualities within you after completing PhD. So if I want to give you examples, then I would say that you can join a consultancy firm, or you can join any corporate a position, or you can join as an academic assistant professor, or any kind of job like related to academics. There are also jobs for researchers out there, so you can join any R&D department of any institute, or you can even work yourself as a freelancer, providing research solutions. So there are a lot of tremendous amount of opportunities are waiting for you once you have completed your PhD.
So there is a common dilemma among the students that doing a master's degree is necessary for doing a PhD. Please give your clarification on this.
Actually, students can directly, go for PhD interviews after completing their graduation itself or the B.Tech itself. But you need to develop your profile in that way. So you have to compete with people who have completed their PGs. So when you are giving interview in front of a panel in a very prestigious institute, for example IIMs or IITs, and you are applying directly to PhD after completing the graduation. Yes, it is possible, first of all. And second is, you need to compete with those people who have completed their post-graduations. So you need to develop your profile in that manner. You should have completed a research project. You should have a basic understanding of research methods, of how to conduct research. And if you have a publication, there is a great chance of you to get selected in any institute in a PhD program. So yes, this is not a myth. This is true that yes, after completing your graduation, you can have, you can start your PhD journey. And there are institutes like IITs, IIMs, they're offering direct PhD.
Sir, any special memory or hobby associated with NIFTEM that you would like to share with all of us?
So there are a lot of memories, as a student in NIFTEM, and the best part I liked in NIFTEM was roaming around the campus after having dinner in the night. It was so awesome, and it has gave me a lot of poems that I wrote myself, and I also am also a poet. I actually do some poetry shows also in Jaipur, and the NIFTEM has given me a lot of poems in my diaries, and I'm thankful to the ambience that is there. So I've written poems on the environment, and some romantic also stuff is also there in my diary because of the ambience that NIFTEM provided me in the night. And mostly, if I would say, it was, I think, November evenings that was great to me. And so yes, it was fun. And I also want to mention one thing, that faculty in NIFTEM is awesome, and they always supported me. And whether it is any poetry competition that is going on, or whether it is any challenge that I'm facing in my professional journey, they always supported me, and I'm very much thankful to those, especially of my department.
Sir, in the end, message for your junior NIFTEMites.
So I will give a message like this, that perseverance and problems or challenges are enemies, so they are always fighting with each other. And you believe me, perseverance always wins. The war can look too long, the duration of war can be too long, but always remember, perseverance wins. This is my message to the junior NIFTEMites. And always be consistent in what you are doing, and be consistent in achieving your dreams. Yes.
It was wonderful having you today, sir. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much.